It says I'm live. Let me just check. Hey guys, can you hear me? Sniper, we're good. All right, sweet. So sound does work. Amazing. All right. Hello, team. Welcome to what is it? Monday. Been a bit crook for the last few weeks. Just trying to get my voice back now, and so I think I was like, oh, should I do this today or not? And then I was like, nah, let's just get on with this. All right. Hey, Masha, welcome. How was, what is it? Green Bay, right? I think it was Green Bay, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. Yeah, there we go. I do remember. All right, so I'm going to be doing some level 1 stuff today. And what I thought is, hey, Noodles, welcome. I think I've sent your t-shirt away. So what I thought is we'll start off with some questions like I don't even know where people are at, so I'm just gonna do question 1 from the exam paper, but I'm gonna modify it a little bit. Sniper, I haven't actually made it yet. I started doing it today and I got distracted, but I will definitely get it done in the next couple of days and post it up. So there's going to be a tutorial pretty much every night, starting on Sundays, going all the way till Thursdays. So do not worry about that. As for now, sorry, I'm just... Oh, no, stop, Jib. Give me a similar question. Yeah, Sienna, I do remember you. I think you were doing level 3 last year. I'm sure of it. I could be wrong. All right, so this was actually one of the... I'm just going to do like 2024... I call this parallel. Basically, we're just going to do questions from 2024 paper, but like slightly different variations of it, all right? So we're going to start straight away. So this was one of the questions, and we'll see how you guys go, and then if you find it easy, then we can make it a little bit harder. And if it's too hard, then we'll make it easy. You know the drill. That's how it's going to be working. That's awesome, Sienna. Are you in AU, or I can't remember where you are at? You know, 2 years ago I tried to do this using ChatGPT and it ended up giving like all random answers. So let's see how it actually does this time. What does it say? It was 5. I can already see that it's... Okay, all right, let's try this. So ChatGPT, there you go, rectangle. So rectangle's perimeter is 72 centimeters. And then we've actually got... We've got the height, which is going to be 3x plus 2. And then the width is equal to 4x minus 1. All right, and our first question today is going to be, what is it? Form an equation. And we've got to solve for x. Oh, nice, AUT. Yeah, see you later, Masha. We'll catch you at the level 3 streams. Yeah, you too, Sienna. Hey, Schneebel, how are you going? All right, so what we've got here is, we've got a rectangle, and then they basically say the rectangle's perimeter is 72 centimeters. All right, now this 72 centimeters is the perimeter. So that is pretty much this yellow box here. That's what the perimeter is. Now, you have to actually show working for these types of questions. You can't just be like, just guess and check the answer and be done and dusted. So you actually have to show the working for this. So remember that we've got 3x plus 2 on the left-hand side, which means the right-hand side is also equal to 3x plus 2. And because we got the bottom as 4x minus 1, the top is also going to be 4x minus 1. So what we've got here is we've got this, maybe I'll do a different color. So basically we've got these 4 sides. They add up to 72 centimeters. And what we're going to do is we're just going to write it down as it is. So we're going to go 3x plus 2 plus 4x minus 1 plus 3x plus 2 plus 4x minus 1. And all of this is equal to 72. So all I've done there is I've just put those 4 measurements together and they just add up to 72. Isaac, I will start with probability tomorrow and then we'll just go 1, 2, 3, like level 1, level 2, level 3, all right? Closer to the exams, I think I'll be spending a bit more time with level 3s in the nighttime, but I will put a schedule up. I've just had a lot on my plate the last few weeks and trying to get my routine back. So definitely we'll be streaming from this point onwards. All right, so what we're going to do is, for this question, we're going to collect all the like terms. So what do we mean by like terms? So that is 3x, we got 4x, 3x, and 4x. We put that together, we're going to get 8 and 6. That's going to be 14x. Then what we're going to do is we're going to collect all the numbers. So we've got 2, minus 1, 2, and minus 1. That adds up to plus 2. And this is now equal to 72. So rearranging this, we're going to get 14x equals 72. We've got 72 take away 2. And then we've got 14x equals 70. And then x is equal to 70 divided by 14. And so you should get x is equal to 5. Hey, Dahlia, welcome. Let me know how you guys went with that, and if you're good with it. Let's see how fast ChatGPT is in getting us another question. Hey, Chinese VPI, welcome. All right, so what we'll do is I will chuck up a quick question for you to try, and we'll see how it goes. And I think this question was worth an achieve. Let me just check. 91947. 947. Last thing we want to do is like assessment schedule. Yep, nice achieved question. But it does say that you have to show correct answer, show evidence of algebraic working. So you can't just put the answer and just be done with it. See you later, Dahlia. All right, so let's try this question here. I'm going to give you a similar question for you to try and do. I'll leave the working up there if you want to kind of use that as a guide. So we have a second rectangle, and the perimeter is going to be, we've got 2x plus 4. And the width is 5x minus 2. We've got perimeter is 64 and find x. All right, give that a crack. Give you guys maybe a couple of minutes to try and do that. And in the meantime, I'll see if I can load up another question. How it works to get excellence. It depends on the question, FBI, because like you have to show working, right? Like I think these you can't just put answers and expect to get excellence. You have to show your thinking. You have to show your working. I mean, the paper is called mathematical reasoning, so it's really important that you kind of show the working. All right, I'm going to give you 1 more minute, and then I'll go through the answer here. All right, so let's go through question 2. So question 2 pretty much follows the same procedure as question 1. Find the perimeter. Well, we've got the perimeter, which is 64, and we've actually got to figure out what x is. Now, I'm going to do this one a slightly different way because it's just kind of practicing all of your skills that you need for this, right? So we've actually got 2 lots of 2x plus 4. So I'm going to write it like this: 2 lots of 2x plus 4 plus 2 lots of 5x minus 2 equals to 64. So just to recap, the perimeter is equal to 64. So that's this thing right here. And the reason why we have 2 of the 5x minus 2 is because we've got 1 at the bottom, and then we've got 1 at the top. And we also have 2 for the 2x plus 4 because we've got 1 on the left-hand side and 1 on the right-hand side. So when we do this, we can expand the brackets here. So just expanding the brackets, we're going to get 4x plus 8 plus 10x minus 4 equals 64. So we should get 14x plus 4 equals 64. Now this looks awkwardly, did they give like one of those really weird answers? Anyway, let's figure out what it is. So we're going to get 14x is equal to 64 minus 4. Then 14x is equal to 60, which means we're going to get 14x equals 60 over 14. I know sometimes these numbers don't work out real nicely, and I think this is one of those horrible ChatGPT questions where we're just going to end up with some really weird answers like this. But I would probably put this as 4.29. And I know this is not going to be accurate, right? Because, I mean, if you actually work out with 4.29, I think it'll be slightly off by a couple of mils. But you know what? This is just to get the idea right. I think that's the important part, unless I copied the question wrong. No, it looks correct. Let me know if you guys are okay with that. Do you want another similar question like that or move on? Yeah, throw up a couple of emojis to say if you want to stay in this type of question or we move on to another one. Move on. Okay. Now the next question, I'm just going to see if I can just give me a similar question and answer. Let's go. This is question 2 from the 2024 paper, but a slightly different variation of it. All right, let's see if this is actually going to work or not. Just realized that I've got to paste in multiple spots. Sorry, bear with me. Hopefully this works. All right, so sometimes you're going to get a question like this here. And I think this was the second question in last year's paper. So I will give you guys maybe a couple of minutes just to read through it. And my best suggestion is to draw a diagram for this. Draw a diagram, and then we will see if we can try and work it out from there. By the way, the length of DE is T, so I'll give you another 30 seconds to try and draw the diagram and see if you can get things started first. And then what I'll do is, we'll go through slowly. See you, FBI. Have a good one. All right, so let's draw this diagram first, and then we'll kind of slowly work at it. So we've got a triangle here. Just going to roughly draw it D, E, and F. Now, DE is equal to T. So that one's nice and simple. DF is M centimeters longer than DE. All right, so this is where things starting to get like, okay, how do we actually do this, right? So because it's saying that it's M centimeters longer than DE. So think about it like this. If, how do I do this? Like, let's say if T is equal to 7 and then M is equal to 5, right? Just hypothetically saying, I'm not telling that T is 7 or M is 5, just as an example. Let's do it here separately so that you get an idea. So if they say this one's going to be 7 and then this is 5 more than DE, we would write this as 7 plus 5, which equals to 12. But when we're dealing with letters, what we're going to do is we're going to actually do T plus M. Matilda, I just haven't created it yet, but I will probably post it on Insta and YouTube very shortly, maybe tomorrow afternoon. I'm doing level 2 tomorrow, and I'll probably be doing till Thursday. So it's usually Sunday to Thursdays. That's when I do the live streams. All right, so we've got DE and we've got DF. Now, the next thing is it says side EF. So let's just kind of double check everything. So DE is T. I've got that. That's fine. DF is 5 meters longer than DE. So I've got that there, which is T plus F. EF is 6 centimeters shorter than DF. So now DF, if you remember, DF is actually the green part there, which is T plus M minus 6. So this is what side EF is going to be. Finally, the last thing that they say is perimeter of the triangle is 4 times the length of DE. So DE is equal to just T. So we can say that perimeter equals 4 times the length of DE, which is actually equal to 4T. Now the question is actually asking, find the perimeter of the triangle, give your answers in terms of M. So right now, we have given the perimeter in terms of T, and what we need to do is we need to actually give it in terms of M. I'm just trying to figure out why this 4T is actually here. I think it's something that's just to annoy you, I guess. But anyway, let's have a look. So what we're going to do is we're going to work out the perimeter of this shape. So the perimeter of this shape is, of this triangle, is going to be DE plus df plus ef. Yes, Rise the Gamer, we will be. dE is t, df is t plus m, and then ef is t plus m minus 6. So what I'm ending up with is I've got 3t plus 2m minus 6. Yeah, sure. I'll post it on Insta soon, man. Like, you know, everyone keeps asking the same question, but yes, I will post the link at some point tomorrow afternoon when I get the schedule up. Right, now, if you look at this, the question is actually asking us to give, to give the perimeter in terms of m. The problem is we've actually got, you know, it's asking for m, but we've actually got m here, but we also have got this t here. So we need to figure out a way to get rid of that t and just have it with m only. So what we do know is maybe this 4t was not a false thing, because they did say perimeter equals to 4t, and this is the perimeter we worked it out as, which is 3t plus 2m minus 6. From here, because both of these p's equal each other, we can actually say 4t is equal to 3t plus 2m minus 6. Now, bear with me, people, because we're nearly there. I'm going to get rid of the t to the other side. So I'm going to take 3t to the other side, and that's going to become 4t minus 3t, and that's equal to 2m minus 6. Now, 4t minus 3t is just t. T is equal to 2m minus 6. And I think now we can write the perimeter in terms of m. The reason is because we are basically going to use this formula here, which is p is equal to 4t. But this equation has a t in it, and we cannot have a t in it. We have to have an m in it. But what we did find out just in the previous line was t is equal to 2m minus 6. Because, where is t, orange? Yeah. So here's my t, and then we also said that t is equal to 2m minus 6. So all I've done is I've substituted t as 2m minus 6. When we do that, we're going to get p is equal to 8m minus 24. Guys, I'll post the links tomorrow, right? I've just been bogged down a bit with a few other things. But level 2 tomorrow, and then level 3 probably Wednesday, and then we'll round it up again to level 1. Right, I'm going to pause here, and I'm going to put a bunch of, what do you call it? I'll put a bunch of numbers. Let me know if you have any questions on the particular line number, and then I'm happy to kind of help you through it. Yeah, I'm not sure why there's a level 3 calculus stream. I did so much work for you guys last year. Folks that are doing level 1, let me know if you have any questions on this. Would you like another similar question like it, or move on? I'm flexible either way. Just let me know. Hey Josh, another one? Okay. All right, let's do another one. Stop. Okay, getting another question. Just give me a second. It is loading up. giving me the same question. Solar, no, I don't think we do probability in the mathematical reasoning one. Perfected, have you seen the level 2 algebra playlists? There is a ton of tutorials that's already pre-made that you can go have a look through. Especially the 15-hour playlist. Watch the 15-hour playlist and then come back. Oh, this is a nasty one. Let's try this one here. Kitchen. All right, just give me a second, folks. Just loading up here. Petals and powder, yeah, I mean, we're doing some algebra stuff here. Perfected, there is actually level 2 algebra in 15 hours, and then there's level 2 calculus in 10 hours. 1D. Is this the 2024 paper, Solar? Man, why does this thing do that? I don't know why it takes so long to sync up these files. Just super annoying. But, you know what? Let's just hope it works and doesn't create a crash. And I think I've just did that. All right, there we go. Let's try this question here. Solid, I'll have a look at the question. Is that the 6 cylinders in a, what is it? 6 spheres in a cylinder question? Grapes, the MCAT one is really good for like just getting your like foundation, like solid algebra skills. A lot of these questions that they're asking in mathematical reasoning, it combines not just the MCAT, it combines MCAT and graphs and measurement. So it's a bit, I would still say it's still useful. I mean, like some of those questions in algebra, MCAT is like really helps you think when it comes to these types of questions. So yeah, I would say it's not a complete waste of time. But ideally, you want to be finding questions that have multiple things stitched up together. And I think that's what they're doing here. Solar, all you have to do is you just have to work out the volume of cylinder you work out the volume of the cylinder, subtract it with the 6 spheres, and then you've got a cuboid, volume of the cuboid minus the 6 spheres. Maybe we'll do that next after this question, all right? Because I'll skip question C. And we'll do something similar. All right, I'm going to go through this question here, and then I want to do this question D, which is a good, and I think, who is it? Grapes, you're asking me this question. I think it's a great question, and there's the very next question I'm looking at is very similar to that, where you have to use algebra to solve things, but you also have to use measurement. Let's just do this one quickly, because I really like the other question, and Solar, it's a great time to ask that question. So we've got X, Y, Z. We've got XY is equal to P. What else? We've got XZ is N longer than that. So this is going to be P plus, oh no, hang on, I got that wrong. XZ is N centimeters longer than P. So that's going to be P plus N. And then YZ is P plus N minus 5. So perimeter of the triangle is 6 times the length of XY. So P is equal to 6 times little p. Maybe I should have put this as not P. Maybe some other letters should have helped. That's fine, 6p. All right, so we're going to work out the perimeter of the shape. So we're going to add up these three measurements. So we've got p plus n plus p plus n minus 5. So just double checking that these are the measurements that I've got here. P plus n is there, and p plus n minus 5 is there. Putting this all together, I'm going to get 3p plus 2n minus 5. Now this one's got a little bit more algebra in it because it's just a bit more annoying, but that's fine. We've got perimeter is equal to 6p, so we can actually say 6p equals 3p plus 2n minus 5. Navia, we've got that from here. See how it says 6 times the length of xy? So that's where the 6 is coming from. The length of xy is equal to p. So that's where the p comes from. All right, if you're good, we're going to go on. So then we've got 6p, take away 3p, equals 2n minus 5. So we've got 3p equals 2n minus 5. Finally, a little bit annoying, but doesn't matter. We can just write p is equal to 2n minus 5. Actually, I'm going to be a little bit cheeky here. Let's just leave this as 3p, right? Because perimeter is equal to 6p. And this is just me being super lazy, but I'm going to write 6p as 2 times 3p. And because what I've done is I've actually got 3p equals to 2n minus 5, I'm just going to replace the 3p here. So I'm going to get 2 times 2n minus 5. Which gives me 4n minus 10 when I expand it. Now, folks, this question was a merit question, all right? So it's actually a nice proof question. And again, it's just understanding how to move around the algebraic terms, that's all. Navia, how was that? Any questions? Ask away. Otherwise, I'm going to put up this next question, which looks like a lot of fun. I think this is probably going to be the last question after that. All right, folks, let me know if you're good. If you need any help, just yell out which line number. I'll put up some line numbers here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So if there's any particular line that you don't understand, give us a yell, and I'm happy to kind of go through it. Otherwise, we'll just wait for the next question to load up. Of course, it doesn't want to load up. You know it's time to buy a new tablet when I have to do this. No! What happened to my screen? Give us a second. Let's see. Yeah, sorry, still waiting for this last question to come up. But basically, I just want to see if I can sync it again. Sync. next question looks a lot of fun. There we go. That's the one. All right. So here's this question here, which I actually love this question because I think it just tests a lot of different things for you guys. I think the only thing that they actually give in the exam paper is the volume of the sphere. And I think in this case, let's go volume of the sphere is, I don't know, let's go 200 centimeter cubed. And I think the question was which shape has more wasted space? Yeah. Has greater empty space. So looking at this question here, now the thing is they don't give you any measurements, right? Solar, I don't know if you're still here, but they don't give you any measurements. All they tell you to do, they tell you is that there are 6 of these spheres and that they've been packed in one cylinder and one is a cuboid shape there. And the only thing they ask you to do is which shape has got a greater empty space. So what you have to do is the only thing you're given is the volume of the sphere, which is this thing here. All right. That is 200 centimeter cube. Now, the good thing is that you actually get given the equations for all of these volumes and so on. And I think volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. So what we need to do is we need to figure out what the radius is to begin with. And I think once you get the radius, then everything else will kind of start to make sense. So to look at it here, we've got volume is equal to 200. So I'm going to put down 200 equals 4/3 pi r cubed. Now, cross multiplying it and rearranging it, I'm going to get 200 multiplied by 3 equals 4 pi r cubed. Then I've got 600 equals 4 pi r cubed, which I can't even write properly. 4 pi r cubed, and then I'm going to say r cubed is equal to 600 divided by 4 pi. Now I can figure out what r is because I can just go r is equal to 600 divided by 4 pi, and then I have to take the third root of this. So in the calculator, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do, you'll see the little cube root button, which is this one right here with a little X in the corner. So all I need to do is I need to go 3, shift that. And I'm just going to put 8 for now because I just want to see if it's correct, because that I know that the cube root of 8 is 2. So instead of 8, I now have to have this as 600 divided by, I'm just going to put the 4 pi in brackets just to be safe. And there we go. So what we get given is the radius is 3.63. And I guess this is where things start getting interesting, because this is the only kind of measurement that we needed to find to figure out everything else. Because when the radius is 3.63, we can say that the diameter, because if you think about the sphere is like this. The radius here is 3.63. The diameter is all the way from edge to edge, right? That's 2 times the radius. So I'm just going to multiply this by 2. That's going to give me, I'm going to round it up to 7.26. So just highlighting a few things. The diameter is 7.26 and the radius is 3.63. Now for this particular question, I think we're done with the radius because we needed to find the diameter of the sphere. So if I was to look at the cuboid, so if I look at the cuboid, the first kind of the vision for it if I look at it from this kind of view here, I actually see kind of like two spheres like that. And I know they're not the best diagram, but I hope you guys understand what I was trying to do there. So because it has two of the spheres, that is actually two lots of the diameter. So we're going to get 2 times 7.26 as one of the lengths of that cuboid. The height, because it's the height of the sphere, that's going to be 7.26. Now the next thing is looking at the spheres from this side. You can actually see that there are 3 of them. So 1, 2, 3. So that means the length, like when you put 3 of them together, that's going to be 3 times 7.26. That's going to be like the depth of the cuboid. And we're pretty much going to do the same thing for the cylinder. But before we do that, let's actually calculate the volume of this cuboid here. So the volume of the cuboid is going to be 7.26 multiplied by 2 times 7.26 multiplied by 3 times 7.26. So what we've got here is 6 times 7.26 to the power of 3. And I hope I've done that right, because it just looks very awkward. Yep, okay, let's go with that. So we've got 2295.94, I think this was centimeter, yep, centimeter cubed. So the wasted space, or the empty space that we have in this box, is going to be 2295.94 minus, we've actually got 6 of those spheres in it. So 6 times 200, that's going to be 2295.94 minus 1200. That's going to be 1095.94 centimeter cubed. So that's for the cuboid. Let's look at the cylinder. Now with the cylinder, we've actually got how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Terrible drawing, but you get the idea. So the height of the cylinder is 6 times 7.26. And I guess we do need the radius here, because we're trying to work out the volume of a cylinder. So the radius is equal to 3.63. Now volume of cylinder is pi r squared times h. So we're going to get pi times 3.63 squared times 6 times 7.26. So let's work that out. I've got 3.63 squared times pi times 6 times 7.26. So now the cylinder's volume is going to be 1803.23 centimeter cubed. So if you look at the wasted space, that's going to be 1803.23 minus 1200, because it's got 6 of those spheres. We are going to get 603.23 centimeter cubed. And yeah, that's question is that? I'm just trying to look at it. Now, I modified this question slightly a bit, but guess what? That's pretty much what an excellence question could actually look like. Now, you know, it's not too bad. It's just you've given all the formulas in your formula sheet. So all you have to do is just remember which formula to use for which, and you're pretty much good to go. What I'll do is, I know I kind of went through that without a break. So I might just put a couple of line numbers here. Let me know if you have any questions. I will happily answer them. Now just putting the numbers there. So if there is a particular line you don't understand how I did, then you can just yell out in the chat, hey, hang on, what did you do in line 22? But yeah, that's pretty much it for today, guys. That's a quick little tutorial, but let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, we'll probably call it for the night after this. Schneebel, did you get that right last year? So yeah, Solar, I knew you were gonna ask me that question. So to find out the percentage for the rectangular box, because you're looking for how much of it is wasted. Hey Sniper, you're from Pomp or Glendowie? I'm trying to think now. I'm guessing it must be Glendowie. Oh, it is from Pomp. Okay. Yeah, looks like it's. I know I've just received an email which I need to respond to about Pomp. I got it this morning. I haven't fully read it yet. Oh, nice, Schneebel. Yeah, looks exciting, Sniper. I'm gonna be excited. Solar, to answer your question, to find out the percentage of wasted space, I guess the question is like, if you look at the 1095.94 in the cuboid, I would just go 1095.94 divided by the volume of the box, which is 2295.94, and then I'd multiply that by 100. So that's actually telling me 47% is wasted there. And then if you look at the cylinder one, you would actually go 603.23 divided by 1803.23 times that by 100. The cylinder has like 33% wastage rate. Nah, all good, Solar. All good. Thank you for asking the question. I appreciate it because it's. I mean, I like to do the harder, like not the harder questions, the much more long questions, because it just makes you feel good when you finish a long question. The short achieved ones are like, yeah, just done and dusted, right? But these long questions, they're good. But hey, folks, look, thank you for joining today. I'll hang around for a few minutes just to, I don't know, just have a chat, I guess. I'm working on the schedule at the moment, and once I have the schedule ready, I will put it on the socials. Yes, I do apologize. I know last couple of weeks there's been a bit of a teacher post. I'm not gonna stop that, but at the same time, just gotta get the job done and move on. Navia, I usually do random questions, but because the level 1, there's not much resources for the level 1 mathematical reasoning paper. So I've literally been just putting the questions in ChatGPT and just regenerating them. But yeah, I mean, if you do have questions, you're more than welcome to send it to me, and send me the answer as well, just so that I don't go down a rabbit hole. But I'm happy to work through questions that you guys send me as well. Are you talking about level 1, Felicia? Yeah, unfortunately, no, Felicia, because I can't even get the exam paper because it's all like redacted everywhere, and yeah, and it's so much in there. I was just like, nah, like, no way I can do that. It's too much. But yeah, the algebra and the calculus stuff I definitely do, so it's a lot more fun doing that. Stats is just a lot of reading, and I like the probability stuff. That's good stuff. Come watch Alpha Atom, Sniper. Alpha Atoms. I'm trying to get the guy to come back, but yeah, he hasn't been creating content for the last year. Awesome guy. I haven't. Well, I have no idea, Schneebel. I don't think I can answer that question. Guys, I know this has been like a bit of a question that I've been meaning to ask. It's like, and I don't know if this is actually worth it or not. And like, I had a couple of kids say to me, "Hey, can you stream on TikTok as well?" And I'm like, Is it like I don't know how to fit it in, man, because it's like it's so tiny in the screen. There you go, Schneebel. Get your student leaders on the case. Yeah, I shouldn't give you advice, Schneebel. Like, I'm a rebel without a cause, and I'm terrible advice to young people, especially when it comes to exams. I would like to know why they're giving only 2 hours, because I thought you guys get 3 hours for the exam at the end of the year. I don't know, just worth asking. That's normal though, Sniper. I mean, you do get two exams in one day where, you've, like, sometimes in your exam schedule, it actually works like that. I'm trying to read your name. Like, I'm getting old, man. I can't listen. Is it? I'm trying to say how to pronounce your name. Is it Ellis? Elise? Nice to meet you, Elise. Ellis, I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name at the moment. Close enough. All right. Hey, team, look, I got to take off. I got to clear out a few emails, and I will catch up with you sometime on Thursday, I think. Or maybe Sunday. I will put the post up of when our schedules, the schedule is, all right? So, yeah, check it up. I'll check it up on Insta and YouTube so you can keep an eye on it. Now, you're welcome, team. All right, we'll see you when I see you. Take care. Oh, as always, thank you for watching. See you, team.